Hey! Guys! Stop! Stop!
Also participated in cross-country track. He's involved in orchestra and was athletes. For church youth group, and she's working at machineship and hobby. After high school, she plans to attend Scott Community College. She wants to pursue a degree in child psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, senior
Is it live on Facebook or live on
both Facebook and YouTube?
Yeah, thank you.
You bet.
Our next senior is Zane. Zane is escorted tonight by his mom and dad to her money. During his time in North, Zane has participated in football as a junior starter and wrestling. He is on the honor roll.
You're at North. They're doing their senior night stuff right now.
After high school, Zane plans to attend four-year college to study accounting and to continue with football. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Zane B. Our next senior is Joey Martinez. He is accompanied by his parents, Nicole and Joe Martinez. While at North, Joey has been involved in wrestling, fellowship with Christian athletes, and track and field. After high school, Joey plans to attend Eastern Iowa Community College. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Joey Martinez. Our next senior is Elzar Valerio, accompanied by his parents, James and Sylvia Reyes. During his time in the North, he has been part of the wrestling program all 4 years. After high school, Elzar plans to attend trade school. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Elzar Valerio. Wrestlers, parents, we thank you for all the sacrifices and hard work you have made for North High School and our wrestling program. North High School appreciates all that you've done for us. Let's give these young men and women a round of applause. Thank you.
Go ahead and
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would ask that you please rise, face the flag, and honor our country. During the flag.
sit for 1 second? I just want to make sure this is focused. Okay, Jeff.
I'm here.
Welcome.
Hey, that's a good color.
Thank you. How's it going, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good.
You know what weight we're starting at?
I do not. Well, so
I talked to Ryan.
you exaggerate.
Up in sick as hell. Sure. Hey, man. Let's have to do that again.
Yep, it's a very dumb move.
The way.
11 pounds in 2 days is ridiculous. So,
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna go up here so I don't bother you guys. And then I'll get you over here in a minute.
Where do you want me?
Right here.
Sorry, running late.
It's all right, man. We're good.
Well, I had a haircut, and then my dad called me, and he was running late. He's like, "You want me to pick you up?" And I said, "Sure. I'll be there in 5 minutes." 8 minutes later.
No problem. I haven't hardly said anything on here yet. You're plugged in. I haven't checked the levels, but I'm sure we'll move it on the fly.
Okay.
Thanks for joining, man.
I have a lot of fun doing this.
I do too. This is fun.
This one or
All right, everybody who's joined, thanks for joining. This is Rob with QCA Wrestle, here with Joey Trezino. Joey, thanks for joining me again tonight.
anytime. I really enjoy doing this and love watching wrestling. So.
Not much better to me. Not much better way to spend a Thursday night. That's for sure. So we're here tonight at Davenport North. They host Bettendorf and Muscatine. So a couple good matchups for sure tonight. We're going to start out first with North versus Muscatine. So just a real quick, Joey, I didn't do what I try to usually do and print out the spreadsheets, but I'm saying we're going to have a good matchup at 106. Muscatine's got Gavin McLeod, and then Jeffrey West from North is ranked. He's in our honorable mention in our QC Wrestle area rankings. I'm anticipating a good match there. They've been bumping West up periodically, but neither team has a 13. It'll be interesting to see what happens if they try to get 6 at one of them. North does have Ava Vinger, Vinger,
Yeah.
who they can put in at 6, or maybe she'll get the forfeit at 13. I guess we'll see.
Looks like they're going to go out with Jeffrey West.
Yep. Which is good. Been a good match here, I think.
Ava's got a big tournament coming up this weekend. She's got to get ready for.
Yeah, absolutely. Girls Stage tournament starts tomorrow. We'll QCA Wrestle will be there. We'll be there tomorrow, taking some pictures and stuff, and maybe got a couple interviews with some of the local girls. We're going to toss a scoreboard. This will be my first time trying to scoreboard here. We'll see how that works. So 2 for Jeffrey.
Yeah, not the greatest shot, but he kept working through that leg, and it was a tough finish. Kept the setup and worked. Got the 2. Pretty good size 6-pounders. It either seems like they're really big or really tiny. That's one of the nice things about wrestling. The size can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So later on, Joey, we're going to have, to me, probably a match of the night at heavyweight. Toga Desi from Muscatine and Griffin Little for Bettendorf. That'll be a good match.
Looking forward to that one. Toga's just a great story. was it last year? He almost missed one of his matches at stake. He was a little occupied becoming a U.S. citizen,
Yep.
so that's really cool. Really cool.
That's such a cool story. He told me he was bummed out. He was excited as heck, of course, but he was bummed out because he hustled back and ended up losing in the quarterfinals. But he plans on making it to the podium this year, and I see no reason why he won't. He's looked pretty tough.
That's a pretty tough ride. These two programs, the coaching staffs have done a really good job. They were down for a few years, but now, I mean, Muscatine the past couple of years have sent 4 or 5 kids to state. Davenport and North doing a great job with their program. I know they're really building their kids program. They got local guys that I used to wrestle with back in the day running that. They're doing a great job. So these two programs are something, two programs to keep an eye out for the future, not just future right now. So.
Yep, absolutely. I think it's a good prediction would be both these programs get at least a couple kids here, so this year.
Just the number of wrestlers North has gotten from what they've had in the past. You know, they throw on a squad each season.
So, Gavin McLeod, his dad, Wade McLeod, was I've screwed up when I've said this in the past, but I think I'm pretty positive he was a state finalist, maybe a state champ for Muscatine a few years back, and then he was Muscatine's coach actually recently as well before Coach Joe Payne took over. I think like happens sometimes with a growing family, Coach McLeod stepped back. Now he gets to watch, and maybe probably not a whole lot stressful watching your son from the stands, but maybe a little bit.
I'm sure that'd be a tough thing to do when you're used to coaching and then have to sit back and just watch your own kid compete. Gavin put a pretty tough ride on and made Jeffrey really work for that escape. It's a pretty low scoring 3-0 match, but it's every point's been Jeffrey's had to really fight for it.
A half shot there.
He's got one hand on the leg, just could clear the head. He's taking ground. Might be close to a stall call. I don't try to say how the rest said because I can never. When I think they're going to call one thing, they usually call the opposite. So he's pushing the pace and taking ground on his feet. He decides to start at the
So we've got, here at 106, 3-0 match here between Jeffrey West and Gavin McLeod.
Shot at Jeffrey West. Oh, he went up to the waist. Had 2 hands on the leg. He tried to switch to also double, then he went to the waist. Yeah, stay down, 2 hands on that leg. And disguise that leg. Now Gavin is on the shot. He's close. He's got to work back to the center.
Nothing.
Good wrestling so far.
Just got a message that we're difficult to hear, so I just turned it up a little bit. Hopefully that's better.
minute. Gavin's going to have to really pick up his pace. That's 2 takedowns and a takedown in return. Be a lot to ask for 2 stall calls with less than 50 seconds left.
He's up 5-0 here with just about the end of the match. Good match.
It's a shutout, but 5-0. That's the story of the match. Good way to start the night off.
Yeah. So we want to thank real quick, we haven't done any shout outs yet, Premier Metal Art in Eldridge, big sponsor, sponsoring us again tonight. So thank you guys out there for your support. Check them out on Facebook. Check out our Facebook and see, we still are running a pretty awesome giveaway for Fire Pit. The winner for that one will be announced tomorrow night.
Now wrestling 120, senior Davenport and Muscatine, and Blair coming for
This is Whistler here.
So I don't know if I'll try it.
Yeah. Van Blerkum? Xavier Van Blerkum.
winner by fall, 120 on the horse in green. Jacob Whistler, North. Whistler, winner by fall, 120. Winner by fourth at 126, Eric Head, Muscatine.
All right, is our volume better, guys? Sorry, I know I screwed up again. I'm still getting used to hooking this equipment up. Hopefully you can hear us a little better now.
Salazar, Valero, and Lincoln Brookhart. Brookhart from Muscatine. Valero. Nice takedown.
We send the scoreboard here. Hopefully you guys can hear us better. Sorry, I'm still a novice at setup here, but and then the score, I theoretically updated it, but it's not updating
Now wrestling on the great man,
on the screen.
Cameron Evans, Muscatine.
Sweet.
We're up to 8-4 right now. Looks like 10-4 for Valerio. So that's I'll do a real quick shout out to GT Sports. GT Sports is sponsoring our pin of the night. So that's the first nomination for that. Yeah, Mason Crabtree here from Muscatine. And Morgan, or Peter, sorry, Peter.
Last two matches, these guys are actually really trying to get them on the way. Good hard setups, aggressive takedowns, finishes.
So Mason's up 2-0. I'm going to delete the scoreboard if it keeps not updating. It shows right on my screen, but I can see that it's not updating on the feed. So Mason up 2-0.
I can't remember, was Mason a state qualifier last year?
Yes, yeah, he went to, I believe so.
Nice map. Peter with a nice first move off the whistle, exploded his feet. That's a nice cross race. Off to the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that scoreboard. It's not updating. I don't know why. Sorry, folks. I'll work on it for next time.
Oh, Mason's got a deep half. Oh, it's tight. 12 seconds left.
Good fight there.
Yep.
Yeah. Stay in the match.
He really had to. Peter made him really work hard on top and for that turn, and looked like he was. Looked like the match might be over there. But Peter did a good job fighting off his back.
All right, so right now, Mason Crabtree from Muscatine's got a 5-0 lead. He's going to start on top here in the second.
Nice whistle start from Mason to his feet. Peter's working hard to return him. Oh, he got locked hands and a reversal. Nice little three-point move.
So Mason's up 8-0 now, and he's looking for more.
Yep. Oh, nothing there. Hit a deep arm bar, but Peter did a good job fighting, not giving up any points. Oh, he's back to that half. That's tight. That's tight. Mason with the fall.
Mason Crabtree with the fall. So that's our second nomination for the night for the GT Sports for the night. So GT Sports for your sponsorship. And, again, I've said this every broadcast, but they do great embroidery work, great screen printing. We've gotten a lot of really cool accessories. Joey, we've got a mask down there if you want a GT Sports mask we're handing out. Yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. So thank you to GT Sports.
Nice guys who run that company.
Too. I used to work with one of them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Gage Stevens for Muscatine. Martinez for North. Nice early takedown for Stevens. Now he's putting a little ride on. Good job getting to his feet, Martinez. And a good job staying on his feet. Oh, nice return. One thing you can see, Muscatine, they throw halves and right across wrist really well. Two really good holds and pinning combinations on top. Nice stall call on bottom. That's a deep half. Oh, he got it off. Good job. Martinez fighting that hand off his head. Looks like he's going to survive the period. He's got to find a way to get off his belly, though, and get to his base. 2-0 going into the second. Nice front headlock snap. Nice little shot by Stevens. 2-4-0.
Okay, but I'm going to zoom out for a minute and go work on a camera. I want to get a scoreboard going. This is bothering me.
Oh, I'll hold the fort down. Oh, nice little cross body ride with the leg. Oh, he's got it. There he goes. Three back points for Stevens and one for Stevens. I think fighting fingers, new to wrestling, got to have at least two fingers to fight. If you just grab one, that's a point. So the ref saw something there. He's got a nice closer view. So we got 7-0 now. 1 minute left in the second period. Now there's Martinez getting to his feet, but he's got to find a way to get there again. Stevens putting a hard, tough ride on. That's when somebody rides tough like that, somewhere you don't want to be on your belly. Nice little leg ride. Yep, there he goes. He throws his right arm over his head and goes back towards his shoulder. He's going to get there. He goes. That was a good job by Stevens with the fall. Steven showed some good stuff on top there. Throwing halves, leg riding, a little bit of everything. Good job. Like we'll have Zane Beebe and either Jet.
I think that's Jet Fridley.
Jet Fridley and Zane Beebe.
All right, guys, so we just added the scoreboard. It's not anything high-tech, obviously, but you can see the time score and team score and what weight it is. So if I'm not doing a good job trying to keep you up with that, you can look in the bottom right-hand corner now. A lot of movement across the mat. They're moving their feet for sure.
Yeah, in that last match, there was another Pin of the Night nominee.
Okay, yeah. Thank you again, GT Sports sponsoring. It's a good nomination for the GT Sports Pin of the Night.
Good shot, but better hips. That's Zane Beebe with some mean hips. Well, Jet, wow, that's a good takedown. That's
way to keep wrestling.
Right back to the half for Muscatine again.
So anybody tuning in, if you're on Facebook, we want to let you know we're on YouTube as well. If you're on YouTube,
that's
Facebook
tight
as well. I want to give you more options for people. There's another pin. Jet Fridley.
Yep. Should have started counting how many pins with halves there were tonight from Muscatine. They run them hard.
Yeah, they sure are. So there's a nomination for the GT Sports Pin of the Night. And again, we want to thank our main sponsor for the event, Premier Metal Art. Premier Metal Art. Actually, GT Sports and Premier Metal Art are both based in Eldridge. So not too far out of the Quad Cities, but they ship things everywhere, so check them out.
Connor Beck from Muscatine.
Zane Beebe?
Oh.
So they bumped Beebe up.
Oh.
That's one disadvantage. Anyone watching on the camera, you can see the scorers table is all the way across the net from us. So we definitely mess up sometimes, but
I could have swore they said Zane Beebe for the...
I think they did. Yeah.
Well, we'll say Zane Beebe's name again. He's getting a lot of airtime.
Yep. Zane, he's
nice
a pretty good
takedown.
athlete. That was a good takedown.
I was about to say he needs to go back down to the leg, but he was on the hip, and it worked out for him.
Zane Beebe was their quarterback this year, so multi-sport athlete.
That's another program for North that's having a lot of success the past couple years, and it's nice to see another area school that's having success. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a couple kids, D1 type caliber. You know, there's a lot of kids who are going to play football at the next level from North, but I know the Wiseman brothers. I think the older one's a senior. Committed to Iowa State, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure, yeah.
And then later in the night, we'll see Cade Sheedy. I know he's a pretty tough football player and just a good athlete. And it's nice to see these. I mean, schools getting their star football players off of wrestling, because wrestling's gonna. Look at University of Iowa's offensive line. Every player there was at least a state finalist. So that's one thing. I remember Bob Stoops said he tries and recruits wrestlers to be on his football team. Wrestling just teaches them a lot of skills that help you succeed in football and a lot of other things. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe, and I was busy as heck today, but I think the IA Wrestle guys had a podcast today with Tristan Wirfs.
Oh yeah,
who's a Buccaneers offensive lineman now. So another, he was a state champion at Mount Vernon.
Yep. Yeah, there's that picture circulating with Tristan Wirfs and Aaron Costello. They call it the David versus Goliath. I think Wirfs. I remember Wirfs' senior year. I was down at the state tournament and on the floor and walked past him. I think my head came up to his hips. He's a big individual.
Massive guy, yeah.
Well, we're talking about that. Connor Beck from Muscatine did a heck of a job finding a way to score and get out from underneath at the end. Tied up at the end, and then Zane Beebe had a nice, good escape off the whistle, so 3-2. Good match going here, though. Both athletic guys have some pretty good wrestling skills, too.
So thanks everybody for joining tonight. Again, we're here at QCA Wrestle live streaming at North. We've got right now Muscatine and North are battling, and then Bettendorf will join the fray here in a little while.
Both guys just kind of hand fighting hard, little half attempts. I think if one of these guys commits 100% to a shot, they're going to score. But saw that once in the first period. There's a good attempt, but Connor did a good job of stuffing head and stopping momentum.
There is another option. I don't want to tell anyone to leave our stream, but if you want to check out the Assumption North Scott stream, they're wrestling right now as well. You can find them on the Provision Media YouTube page or channel. So you can open up multiple windows if you want. You can check out Bettendorf and North and Muscatine with us. Check out North Scott and Assumption over on the Provision Media YouTube channel as well.
Connor's really working for those underhooks. Assuming he likes to work his offense out of there, but just can't keep it. He's got to dig that underhook and kind of circle to the corner. He's got it. Short underhook there. He's trying to shoot across body. 3-2 going into the third. It's
a good match going.
Yeah. That period, it almost seemed like it was the first period. They're on their feet, kind of almost feeling each other out, but not a full committed shot from either wrestler, but hard hand fighting and entertaining match.
So Beebe obviously is working for a turn, but he doesn't have to score to win this match. He could ride this one out to a victory.
He's got that leg and he's got to pressure in. Oh, not over his back. He's got to be careful. Just both shoulders. Oh, he's going to get reversed. Connor Beck with 2 reversals in this match for his points. And he's got a nice Turk, and Beebe's got to crawl forward there. Good job. Still a lot of time left. 1-point match. Oh, that's... I think at this point in the match, it's kind of a little bit of who wants it more and who's going to fight a little bit harder and longer.
Gut check time.
Oh, tripod up. Connor Beck's doing a good job. Oh, nice. Beebe's done that twice now and almost twice giving up. This close to a reversal and this close to giving up back points, but he got away. We got 25 seconds left. Next score is going to, you assume, win. Oh, that's a nice double. Gosh, Connor Beck's doing a good job stuffing those shots.
I know what I'm hoping for at this point. Some free wrestling.
Yep. I'll take some overtime.
So we've got it. Overtime coming up here. Connor Beck thinks he won.
Yeah, Connor thought it was over. I don't know if he thought he won or lost, but you got at least a minute left of wrestling.
So if anyone may not know how overtime works, first man to score.
That's a good. Another good shot, but better hips. This is a position who wrestles harder, who wrestles longer. Again. Oh, both guys wrestle. Oh, Connor Beebe with the takedown. It looked like Connor kind of had his hip stuffed, almost tried to go for broke with a little bit of a headlock. Not necessarily needed there, but you know what? He's going to try. You're going to try.
Gonna throw up the Tangled Wood logo real quick. Thank Tangled Wood for being a sponsor of PCA Wrestle. That one, I'd say there's a solid chance that could end up being a match tonight. That was a fun match.
So 170.
So Muscatine,
Tim Nimley. Dalton Wright, they bumped him up from 60 to 70. It's a tough bump. Tim Nimley's a stud.
Yeah, Tim Nimley's tough.
He's powerful.
Ranked number 5, I believe, in the most recent rankings by IA Wrestle and Predicament. Number 1 for the QCA Wrestle area rankings at his weight class. He's explosive and really, really good balance.
Good wrestling, good wrestling. Yeah, last year, I think, well, Nimley's was at 70 last year too, wasn't he?
He was, yep.
Yeah, him, Bradley Hill from Bettendorf, and Zach Campbell from North Scott, those 3, I think they wrestled about 100 times each last year, and those were always fun and entertaining matches.
Yep.
We got a tied team score here.
24-24. Nice.
Now they wrestle the match to find out who wins, but if on paper I'd say Muscatine's going to be favored here and at heavyweight, but I think North will probably be favored at 195 and.
Yeah, and I think I've seen this Giovanni Rivera at 82. He's a pretty athletic kid as well. I can't remember who. We'll have to see who Muscatine brings out at that weight, but we could be in a barn burner here for the team score.
Bonus points are going to be very, very important in these last few matches. Nimley with a little tilt. 5-0.
We'll probably go. I thought we'd go out of bounds. Maybe not.
I don't. The rules changed so much. I think at one point the rule set was if you had the guy on his back and you were on your toes, it might have been points, and if you had the guy on his back and you were on your knees, it was out of bounds.
Oh yeah.
That's the one thing. We love the sport of wrestling, but they change the rules so often. It's sometimes hard to get new viewers in just because. Even seasoned wrestlers, it's a hard time explaining the new rules.
First period, Tim Nimley up 5-0. In the comment section, Tim Hernandez says hi. So hi, Tim.
Hey,
Thanks
Tim.
for tuning in.
Isn't it past your bedtime, Timmy?
And then Marie, I'm sorry, we only really have one camera, so we're not gonna. If we get a big break here, we'll get over to the JV match, but. Sorry about that. We're going to stay on the varsity match for now. Tim's riding hard on top. At that near wrist.
I kind of missed it. I don't know if Tim took top or Dalton took bottom, but that's. Tim, that's just horsepower there with that half.
He's a strong kid. I can't remember who it was now, but there was a picture of him at the state tournament last year, and somebody posted it, said probably the biggest biceps in the state tournament.
Probably, and he gets the fall there. Big for the team score.
Tim is going to wrestle. No, not wrestle. I'm sorry. He's going to be playing football at Grandview.
Awesome. They got a great football program up there.
So he got the fall. That's another nomination. We're racking them up. GP Sports nomination, nomination for the GP Sports game tonight. And then again, if you guys are on your computer or have it nearby, get on Facebook and check out Premier Metal Art. I cannot. You might get tired of me talking about it, but I feel like I can't say it enough how cool their products are. Go check them out. Facebook, Etsy, Instagram. Check out Instagram as well, which is awesome if you like pictures, and they have a lot of art, so there's really cool pictures. So who do we got? We got Giovanni Rivera for North, and then
I missed the name too.
Close to 2.
He's got to get a hand down. One finger to touch. He's going to score. Nice return. There's the 2.
I got to see Giovanni wrestle against Davenport, or no, I'm sorry, Central DeWitt, and I could tell maybe not a lot of experience quite yet, but very athletic, strong kid.
Oh, he's got to get his hips back around. He's got to stuff that head. He's just not using his hands. Oh, you can tell he's a little novice to wrestling, but
hey, that's all right. Give up the 1 and go back to work. So the team score now 30 to 24 in favor of the Muskies. So we've got a battle. All right, 2-1 going into the second period here. Thanks for tuning in, people at home. If you don't mind, share this with your friends. Let them know we're streaming here tonight. We've got 3-team duels between Davenport North, Muscatine, and Bettendorf. So we've got Muscatine and North going now. Next, I believe it'll be Muscatine versus Bettendorf, and then it'll be Bettendorf versus North to wrap up the night.
Sure. Giovanni did a good job getting up to his feet right away off the whistle, and then we got to find out who's wrestling for Muscatine. They have 2 guys listed at 95. But Muscatine did a great job of Matt returning. Yeah, tough ride too. Giovanni's. Oh, nope, almost lapped up a cradle. Oh, he's so close. Now he might run out of space. No loss of control. We'll restart the same way we started the period. Oh, a little slower off the start there. Be a big ride out for Muscatine. Even though there's still a minute left, I'm talking about ride outs. A lot of time left.
He's had a good, he's got a good ride going now. I just think if Giovanni had a little more experience, he would have been out a couple times by now. He's just got to learn, and he will. All right, real quick, that period's about to end. Here's a little bit of JV. We've only got one camera, so sorry we're not going to be able to stream both mats. But Luke Jefferson for Bettendorf over here working for the pin. on the JV mat.
Nice whistle start right there for a reversal. Right. That was not big.
So 5-2 now in favor of Muscatine.
Oh, Giovanni's going to find a way out. Is he? Yep. 5-4. North coaches are going to want him to cut him.
Give him space. There you go. Now go back to work.
6-4. Minute 15 left.
Real quick, another fall over there on the JV mat. Ronan Namkina for Bettendorf. But we got a good match going on the varsity mat here still. 6-4 right now.
North coach is getting on Giovanni to reminding him that he's down. He's got to pick his pace up a little bit. Muscatine's doing a good job slowing him down. 30 seconds left. Nice double leg. Oh, he's going to score. He's going to score.
Now
you got 20 seconds left.
You got to stay behind the arms.
You got to stay under those arms, yep. Muscatine's got to – this is hard right here. This is both guys. Oh, he's going to – oh, he did a good job following his hips this time. Last time he left his hips behind.
5 seconds.
You got short time. Oh, it looks like we're going to overtime. Another overtime match.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's –
good match,
yeah.
Good match.
I mean, the way these matches have gone, you think Giovanni been better on his feet, so he's going to want to end this match in this first minute period, and then.
Yeah. I think the way he hit that last double leg, I mean, he's got some energy left in the tank. Both guys working their ties. Giovanni probably wants a little space, actually, for his shots.
Yeah, we got stall call. His lace is untied. Yeah, because now. Oh, I thought he was going to call somebody for a penalty point. I was going to be unhappy about that, but thankfully it was just the first stall call. We got 38 seconds left.
Is it still so? Do they still have I guess maybe that's what we're seeing. He doesn't have his shoes taped. So is that a stall call, or is that a rule anymore?
So he's got it looks like he's got
like a band
Velcro over the laces, but I think it's if they come untied, it's a stall call.
Okay.
Thankfully, it's not a point. I think it used to be injury time. I don't know. Again, rule changes.
Yeah. So 25 seconds left here in our first overtime.
Yeah, I think North's coaches. Oh, good that's shot. A nice double leg. Oh, but Muscatine's doing a good job with the hips. Oh, he let go of the legs. And he's going to get scored on. Muscatine, great job fighting through that. I think that's like you were saying earlier in the match, Rob, the lack of experience there. Great attack, but you got to stay on the legs.
Yeah.
And
a little green.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, you can teach someone to wrestle. You can't teach someone to be athletic, and that's.
For match of the night, that's our second overtime match of the night. Here, North brings out Cade Sheedy. Big, strong, athletic kid at 195. And Caden Fisher or Bailey Hawkins. Doggone it, we don't know for sure.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Cade Sheedy with a nice shot. Then he kind of lost the leg and then blast double, but it was out of bounds.
I like the look of that double, though.
Yeah, hit that in the center of the mat. That's a nice takedown. Another nice leg attack.
So 33-24 right now, team score in favor of Muscatine.
Kid's got to work up here. I'm not a coach on the mat right now, but if I'm a coach for North, I might be telling Cade to let him go and take him down a few times. Again, that it can always backfire, but he looked like he had advantage on his feet with the leg attacks. But
yeah, I'm the same way. Actually, the last time I got to watch Cade wrestle, I said the exact same thing. He took both opponents down that I've seen him wrestle pretty easily. I'd much rather get a couple takedowns in, but he's looking for back points here.
Oh, he's going to throw that arm over. He's got 15 seconds to work for the fall. It looks pretty tight. And there's the fall. As we say, you should probably let him go. He gets the fall. That's why we are behind the booth and not on the mat.
Yeah, absolutely. He knew better than we did.
Yep.
So there's another nominee. Thank our main sponsor as well, Premier Metal Art. Get on Facebook, get on Etsy, look them up. You'll love what they do. So 220.
Nathan Beatty, you got that one. It's a little hard to hear the announcer sometimes. And
yeah.
Muscatine's got multiple guys listed at every weight, so that's, awesome to see on the roster. Multiple guys that can go, good numbers, but harder for us.
Yep.
Which I'm fine with.
So then Liam Glasgow is his opponent for North.
Two for Nathan. I think this will be the last match of this duel.
Yeah, looks like it.
Muscatine's been pretty mean on top tonight. They got working some really good stuff. He's got to drop his chest, sink that arm a little bit deeper. He did a good job, though, of not rushing that. You get to that point where you know you're going to get it. You know you're going to turn. He's got to sweep that bottom arm out. Take his knee and sweep that arm. Get his head up. Now scoop under that head. And get those hips down. Oh, it's close.
Yeah, Liam's fighting it. I mean, he's put up a pretty good fight. It's a long time to be on your back.
Yeah, he's got 14 seconds left. Oh, that looks close. Oh, Nathan with the fall. Good job. Good job, Liam, for fighting. I mean, it's hard when you're on your back for an extended period of time, but he didn't just
All right, back with you, folks. We're about 5 minutes or so, a little under, it looks like, till we kick off the next duel. It's going to be Muscatine versus Bettendorf. So won't bore you too much with my voice. We'll keep the video rolling, and we'll be back with you here very soon. Thanks for joining. All right, we're coming back here. Looks like Markel Tingle at 113, and I'm almost positive he'll get a forfeit. Looks like, yeah. So Bettendorf gets a forfeit at 113. So we start off with a 6-0, I guess, team score.
They didn't. Oh, I thought they had a 13-pounder last match. We got Jace Luna for Bettendorf and Van Blaricum for Muscatine. Both freshmen. Nice little carry. Oh, he had a. Looked like he had a chance for some back points, but.
Chase off to a good start this season. He just made the newest rankings. Actually, IA Wrestle released today, and Jace made it in the rankings at number 12.
Yeah, he had a pretty nice win last week at the shootout over Travis Hodges. Another escape from Van Blaricum, and then another takedown and a turn this time. Nice little Turk. Oh, he's got to get his left arm out from underneath and kind of separate. Oh, there's the fall. Readjusted, kind of got an arm bar and with the fall.
So another pin, another nomination.
126. Couple options for Muscatine. Garrett Head for Muscatine gets the nod. Dustin Bourne for the Bulldogs.
Dustin Bourne recently dropped down to 126 and had a really good Midwest shootout tournament, and he's ranked number 2 currently, actually.
Nice little low shot. Dustin did a good job getting that leg back. There's the takedown.
Crab ride.
Oh.
Think did Brody Grothis have anything to do with that?
Yeah, Assumption used to, when Pete Bush was the coach for Assumption, they were notorious for that. They did that move very well. Got to sink that half a little deeper on that. Kind of got it a little too extended. But there he's got a half. He's got to drop his chest. He's a little high. Garrett's got some flexible shoulders. Dustin with the fall. Garrett didn't make it easy. He must have flexible shoulders that look pretty tight there for a little bit.
So another nomination for the so far tonight.
Yeah. Landon.
Lincoln Brookhart.
Okay, Lincoln Brookhart and Jordan Roberts. Jordan kind of was at 26, if I'm correct, and had to bump up after Dustin dropped down.
Yep, doing what it takes to help the team out.
He got a nice leg attack.
Nice double leg.
Another shot, kind of extended there, but did a good job working up to his feet. 4-2. Nice leg attack. I kind of looked away, but saw the end. So
Yeah, another good double. So 6-2 now for Jordan Roberts of Bettendorf.
out of bounds, fresh start. It's a long first period.
Yeah, long 51 seconds.
Now I think we got blood time.
So here's a good quick, and if I need to, I'll cut out of it, but real quick video here while we wait. All right, we're back. Perfect timing. Action about to get back going.
Good whistle start on bottom, but kind of left his arm behind to get chopped down and flattened out. Seen a lot of good things on top from both duels so far, from all the teams.
Yeah, we've had a lot of turns. Definitely.
It's hard to keep track of all the pins.
It is. It is.
Well, good job fighting off Lincoln, fighting off his back. Really good job.
So thanks again for everyone who's joining here tonight.
Oh,
maybe.
Jordan let up for a second. He was going to cut him away, but Lincoln, good job wrestling through the position. He's going to. Oh, he almost. Oh, he's got to return.
Careful.
Oh, that was as close as you can get to one.
That ended up being
yeah,
nothing.
he almost had
Holy
two.
cow.
Then we were thinking one. But one thing to say though, Lincoln is. He might be a little dinged up. He's wrestling hard and he's not just rolling over. He's fighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good to see.
Going to start neutral here. 9-2 in favor of Jordan Roberts of Bettendorf.
Second period.
Lincoln Brookhart giving a fight, though. I like it.
Jordan's showing a lot of good leg attacks tonight.
He's got that Turk there. See if he can use it. Nope, not this time.
You know, I think that little situation. Oh, there's a turn.
Just about there.
Yeah, Jordan's got a lot of time to work for the fall. Lincoln's got a lot of time to fight, and
yeah, he's still fighting. He's not too far from getting back to his belly.
oh, he might have. Jordan's doing a good job adjusting, and
Still about 50 seconds to go.
Oh, he's gonna come out. Good job, Lincoln Brookhart.
Yeah, way to fight.
I think I said this. We talked about this for Giovanni, the 95-pounder or 82-pounder for North. You can't teach somebody to be athletic, but you can teach them to wrestle. And I think something with Lincoln and everybody, a lot of kids we watched today, you can teach them to wrestle. You can't teach them to have heart and fight. And that's what, I mean, unfortunately for Lincoln, the score's not in his favor, but you know what? You take, as a coach, as a spectator, a parent, not so much, it's harder to do as a competitor. You got to take little victories out of everything. And the end of that first period, before Jordan got that last turn, I was going to try to say it, but I think that's a good teaching moment for these coaches to tell Lincoln, hey, you're right there right there for 2, right there for 1, and you kind of let up for 1 second, and that 1 second in wrestling can change everything in a match. But you know what? Hey, he's fighting and he's going at it.
Absolutely. A lot of heart for sure he's showing. He's not giving anything up.
15-2. Oh, nice takedown for Jordan Roberts. Tech fall.
Good match by Jordan. A lot of good leg attacks, but like we kept mentioning, a lot of heart out of Lincoln.
Yeah.
Keep working, buddy. That's not.
And I mean, I was the same as an athlete. If I heard somebody talking about me in a match and it's not going my way, but hey, he's fighting. As an athlete, I'm gonna say, shut up, dude.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't feel good necessarily.
Yeah, but now I start to coach, especially little kids, you got to pick things out. You got to find positives in everything, and you know what?
Yeah.
I tell my kids, if you go out and wrestle as hard as you can and you lose, I'll never be mad at you if you lose and you fight and try as hard as you can. And
a potential nomination for the Tangled Wood match of the night. A couple of really good wrestlers here.
I think these two wrestled a couple times last year, maybe, or is either
they may. I don't recall.
Josh Pelzer or Kohler Ruggles for Bettendorf against wrestled Mason Crabtree.
So yeah, Josh Pelzer, super athletic, really good wrestler. Sometimes has a hard time keeping it together late, like if the match isn't going his way. I expect to see good things out of him tonight. Mason Crabtree, one of the kids, especially that we've been especially excited to see. I mean, he's been performing really, really well. So one of the leaders of the team, I would say, for the Muskies.
Going off of that, this is a match that Pelzer's going to have to. I mean, not just Pelzer in particular, but anybody that wrestles Mason Crabtree, but Pelzer right now because he's wrestling him. He's going to have to put a full 6 minutes together unless there's an early match termination. But Mason's going to keep coming the whole 6 minutes, and it's going to take everything Josh has got to get his hand raised at the end. And same for Mason. I think they're both pretty tough on top, so it'll be interesting to see on bottom. Mason's a good size 38-pounder.
Yeah, he is.
Nice shot from Pelzer. Good hips from Mason. Not a whole lot of offense or action first period. You see Mason taking ground. Pelzer with the only real attempt. I think one thing, if I'm a Muscatine coach, I'm telling Mason, hey, you're pushing them, you're taking ground, throw some half shots, throw some fakes, get them off balance. And with those, you're going to get in the ref's head, hey, he's backing up. He's being offensive, and you might get a stall call thrown your way. Not that you want to win on a stall call, but hey, in a tight match like this, points are going to be hard to come by.
Yeah.
This is where this match will be interesting because both guys are good on top. Pelzer, good job. Mason, good job return. Ooh. Ref gave him one.
Wow, that was a little generous probably.
Yeah, maybe. You know what though? Pelzer did a good job of getting to his feet, got returned, got right back up to his feet, and that's how you're going to get away from good guys.
Yeah, chain wrestling.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, not very many times, but I don't think this. I think this is going to be a low-scoring, tight match. Oh, nice shot. Nice little counter from Pelzer.
So real quick, thanks everybody for tuning in. We're here on Facebook and YouTube, both here with QCA Wrestle out at Davenport North. Another option if you want to check out the Assumption North Scott meet, Provision Media YouTube channel. Real easy to find, Provision Media YouTube. But if you want to watch this meet, we're happy to have you. Bettendorf and Muscatine going right now. And next up, Bettendorf will take on Davenport North. But we're just here at 1:38, so we got a lot of wrestling in this meet to go. Josh Pelzer for Bettendorf, Mason Crabtree for Muscatine, 1-0 match. Probably about what we expected, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of feeling each other out. It's sometimes hard to score when you're pretty evenly matched.
Both guys have had one decent attack on their feet. There's one from Pelzer. Good job recovering. Mason did a good job stuffing. I think if he lets up there, he probably gets. Mason runs behind and gets 2, but this I don't like making predictions because I'm not a gambler, but I think either one takedown match is going to win this, or we might be going to sudden victory in overtime.
Yeah.
Again, we have another period wrestled. Pelzer is very tough on top. But Mason, I mean, it's hard to turn a good guy. Mason goes down. No thoughts.
Our scoreboard flickered for a second, but it's back, so good.
Off the whistle is going to be huge for Mason. Ooh, Josh had a great start. He's tough here on that leg. He's very tough in those leg positions. Mason's going to have to find a way to get that leg out. Josh. I think we might have a special guest.
All right. I love it. I love it.
All the way from Bettendorf, Iowa. There's Mason. There's Mason's little break in the match. Nice fresh restart. Josh had him flattened out with the leg in.
Special's a stretch, but good to see you guys. Happy to be here.
Bettendorf Mayor Bob Gallagher joining us. So thank you very much for joining us.
Happy to do it. I get to take my mask off so I can be heard. I can breathe so much better now. Can't miss a Bulldog wrestling match. You know it's in me.
Absolutely. So for anyone who may not know, he's also the voice of the Bulldog Wrestling. If you go to a Bettendorf home meet, you'll hear him on the PA. So we wanted good opportunity to get him on here and talk a little wrestling with us. So excited to have you.
I'm also being told, Joey, that I've been slated for coaching next week because you're a little busy Monday and Wednesday Kids Club. You got a little something else on your calendar, do you?
I do.
Good for you. We're proud of you. Keep it up. I'll try to do my best in your absence.
Just keep Coach Swarm in line.
That's tough to do.
We got 13 seconds left. Looks like Pelzer's going to ride this out.
Wow. Yeah. 1-0 match. I guess your prediction held true. Low scoring.
Well, Josh has got a couple things he can work on to clean things up. He's back in the room here a little bit, back on the mat after some time away, and he's got some great ability, as we've seen in the past years. I think he's a qualifier from 2 years ago. I think he's a kid that can actually get on the podium when the head's right, and he stays within the things that he does well. For instance, when he throws that leg, there are some easy fixes there. Joey could teach him pretty quickly, and he'd be scoring a lot more points in a much more efficient manner. There seems to be an awful lot of energy that goes into what he's doing, and there's no better technician than Dan Knight in this the state. So they'll get it figured out.
Agreed. I think too, from the other side, Mason Crabtree.
Tough kid.
Got to get. Not. I think maybe helps wrestling him once this year. I think that, again, I could be wrong. They wrestled last year, I think, but now he knows those legs are coming in. So now coach has got to work on him. Whistle, start catching, blocking off, catching legs.
So here for Muscatine, Gage Stevens and Frank Whipple for Bettendorf.
Stevens a junior, and Whipple gets his opportunity when the 145-pounder Cole Ruggles was injured over the weekend. Had some surgery on his foot, so he will not be able to participate here. I'm not so sure how long it'll be. I doubt he'll be back for districts based on the injury, but we can always hope.
So interesting little flurry there. Take down Whipple. Locked hands on Whipple. A stall call on Whipple for not returning. And then an escape for Gage Stevens.
Yeah, whole lot going on in that first 35 seconds.
Yeah, Whipple first couple meets was up at 52 for Bettendorf, undersized 52-pounder, then some weight switching, and unfortunately an injury to Cole Ruggles. Allowed Whipple to slide right in.
On my way over, I heard you guys announcing the North versus Muscatine match, talking about Giovanni Rivera, a junior there for Davenport North, who as you were talking about, maybe was a little novice on the mat, getting some skills. It looks like Frank's kind of the same way. It's one of the first things we teach in the sport, generally speaking, is that double leg takedown or a single leg takedown. How do we get somebody from the neutral position to the mat? And it looks like he's got some pretty good skills there.
Ooh, nice
Although
leg
now
attack.
he's got to play defense. But then he didn't really know what to do with it. That's where all that flurry of the warning and the locked hands and whatnot came from.
And even there, sprawling, dangling his hands over top instead of pushing stuff in head.
Yep, position stuff.
Yep. But hey, Gage Stevens right into the legs and
he kind of, again, he rolled right into that thinking he was going to be able to get the reversal. He's going to give up 3 near fall. How much, Joey, when you transition from high school, which I see as kind of very move-centric, into college wrestling, did you learn that that's maybe more some positional wrestling? And everybody has that single, but really it's your positioning. Did you find that to be true when you kind of made the jump to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, even something small like a simple move like a single, you do one little thing wrong, you're getting taken down. You're not getting a takedown. You're in great position. Now you're in bad position. I mean, you get to a certain level. I mean, even these duels tonight, it's been highly competitive. When you wrestle good competition, the smallest little error in wrestling is going to change the outcome of the match.
So much of that comes from these wrestling positions. For instance, right there, Whipple got a little bit too far up front, and rather than just remove his hands from the, quote, move he was working and get behind the guy again,
nice leg attack.
He was working on it. So, again, positioning here.
We're talking about Whipple with doubles. Gage Stevens with the nice blast double.
That was
right
a
through
sweet
him.
one.
Yeah. He's starting to kind of move himself into the match there. Gave up that first takedown, but he got up to his feet right away, scored a couple of points.
That's a nice
Little
little bump.
hard, yeah. I know we've mentioned this in the past, but Whipple, and you kind of alluded to it too, one of the kids you just love having in the program, does what it takes to get a spot. You know, earlier when 52 was an opening, he jumped up and made that happen, and now that 45 is an opening, he made it happen. So obviously a kid who's willing to do what it takes to get on the mat and help his team.
Only a sophomore, lots of time.
Yeah. I know Coach Gallagher, when you were in high school on the wrestling team, you guys had some pretty gnarly teams, and when you find a spot, even though it's not your natural weight or the weight you want, you got to take advantage of that.
That's just you picking on me, Joey. Since I lost the wrestle
I'm
at
not
45, then
Oh,
at 38, then 32, 26, 19, 12, 5, I started wrestling at 98. That's the only way I could get on the team.
Hey, but that's
The
what a
truth hurts,
coach,
brother.
That's what a coach wants. You want a guy who's going to do what it takes for the team. Ooh, that's close to back points.
We also got to weigh in at 7 o'clock in the morning for a 7 o'clock p.m. match. Things were different.
Things have changed.
Yeah, you do think though of wrestling. A lot of people who maybe outside of it think of it as an individual sport, and it is while you're out there. But like you mentioned, the coaches love it. Other teammates love it when someone's willing to put it in and do what maybe not the ideal for themselves, but doing what it takes to help the team.
Oh, you got to swim for that head.
Yep,
Oh, he was
yep,
so
yep.
close, and now he's on his back. You know what? Looking back, thinking about that last match or last duel, Gage Stevens had a fall, and he showed a lot of good technique on top with legs, with half, running a half, cross wrist.
He looks pretty solid at 45 too.
Yeah.
Understanding that Whipple's come down from 52. A little longer.
Yeah, he's
a little leaner.
(13-2). Good initial shot, then just stopped. But I mean, give credit to Gage Stevens for stopping that shot.
Oh, a positioning example. Instead of the snap with your legs back, he kind of snapped him into his own knee, which is now going to end up in a takedown the other direction.
Oh, then Gage Stevens pounced.
Oop. And if we get off the back here, Whipple.
Ooh,
good job,
Gage
fall,
Stevens.
Two Stevens on the night. 2 falls on the day, huh?
Yeah. You know what? I don't know if this is the best analogy to use for high school wrestling, but there you look at that little situation. Gage.
So Nick Mathis now.
He started what? First duel 70?
Yyep.
At 152.
Center.
First year in the varsity lineup.
Team, yeah.
Comes from a lineage of the Mathis family. Most of all, I believe, all went through Assumption, all wrestled, all played football, most all played baseball. Very talented family, as is Nick. Nick was a really good football player and a captain of the defense for the Dogs this year. And he's wrestling Jet Fridley, a junior from Muscatine.
No slouch. Jet's a tough wrestler.
Nice
Should be a good one here.
move there, Jet.
Yeah, Jet had a good match the first duel. 152 is a nice little nice little trio here tonight. I think that was the overtime match, wasn't it? One of the first matches.
Yep. Against, was it BB?
Yep. Or BB bumped up to 60.
Oh, that's
didn't
right.
he?
That's right. Yep.
Zane Beebe wrestled 2 matches in our heads.
Whipple found himself in this position a lot too. Looks like Mathis did get him down to the mat without getting, snapping
Joe,
him into the leg.
you were a stud here with a front headlock. What was your key? How did you keep your elbow from getting caught like this?
Fortunately for me, my dad was one of my coaches. He always said alligator arms, short arms, elbows tight. And that's one of those positions you can't, if you sit, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get a stalemate, or the guy's going to work his way out. You got to head to the mat. You got to move. You got to keep wrestling. It's a lot. You can say this about any position in wrestling. It's a mindset. You got to know you're going to score. You got to just outwork your opponent, and you got to wrestle 1 second longer than he's going to wrestle.
Nick Mathis there cleared that arm, did not get the 2 on the takedown. As they came to their feet, just like you said, he kept at it. He ended up inside on a single with a nice finish. So he's got a lead in this, which I anticipate is going to be a tight match.
Yeah, how big is a right out here? Not give up 1 here late in the period.
That's big.
Positioning's huge here. He's got to stay behind that elbow.
One of the Bettendorf coaches, Coach Jason Evans, shows us that little ride. They call it the Blair ride. I think we talked about it at the North Scott duel a little bit. Some refs call it stop it a little early.
Very quick. You watch an Iowa wrestling meet, they're using this Blair ride, and they're getting stopped real quick. Spencer Lee will use it after he comes. Obviously, he's got that tilt first, but then when he brings that tilt back up, he'll pick that wrist up and start the walk. Mm-hmm. Named after Blair Academy, a perennial wrestling power.
Which I'm saying refs stop it early. I'm not saying let him run it and wrench someone's shoulders.
Absolutely.
But it's kind of a newer move to this area of the country in wrestling. So
Obviously, the officials are going to err on the side
Yep.
of caution, keep everybody safe. Once a shoulder goes, it can ruin a career. Jackson Gallagher found that out. Many of us do. That's just sheer fight right there.
Yep.
Hand control and coming out. Nick's starting to look like a wrestler. He was a football player that also was a wrestler.
Yep.
Look at him now.
that's
Look
a
at him
good
now.
snap.
I think 52 fits
Oh, he's got to
him.
keep wrestling both guys.
His toes, I
Oh,
don't think
that's-
ever left. Doesn't look like it.
2 points awarded at the edge of the mat. Nick kept both of his toes in. It may be an argument that the knees went down out of bounds before the 2 was awarded. However, a lot of times, unlike the err on the side of caution that we were just talking about, a lot of times they're going to err on the side of the aggressor who did all of that work to get him to the side of the mat, and the other guy's kind of getting out of bounds. It was a great job keeping those toes in, Nick Mathis.
I think we're going to start wrestling varsity matches on 2 mats now. So unfortunately, we might miss a few matches, but we'll.
I hope we don't. I might go ask. I'll find out.
Okay.
You guys got it.
Commander-in-Chief Rob Hill's on a mission.
There it is.
Yep.
You got to start counting quicker. That was a very nice suck
Ooh,
back,
nope.
Nick.
Oh, he got 2.
Nice.
He's got 2 on his fingers. That's a good job, Nick Mathis. Jet's got 30 seconds. I mean, he's
Jet
down.
is solid.
He's down 5-0 or 7-0.
7 with that 2, and that comes off of just these last couple of flurries here in the second. He's in this match. He's going to have to score to start the third, but he's been close on his feet a couple of times. He certainly has proven tough enough to get out, so let's see what happens here as we start the third. Oh, he looked into a half.
Don't.
Nick has spent some time on his technique. He's fun to watch. Always been a real tough kid.
One of those kids, he's found part-time in the varsity lineup and just kind of not put it together. Had some tough studs in his weight class, but he's got the shot this year. So
this is a good choice, in my opinion, by
Yeah.
Fridley. On the mat, for whatever reason, he looked as if he was about to give up the second kind of cheap 2 count with his own movement and an attempt to get free. So here on his feet, well.
So the feedback I got is Muscatine, they've got a long drive ahead of them. They
Yeah.
want to get home. So I don't know how we're just going to probably air this mat we're on, and unfortunately we're going to miss a couple on the video. But
We'll
can
try to keep
talk
you up
through
to
them. Yeah.
to
We
date
might-
on those matches.
we might be able to change the view a couple
Yeah, if
times.
something's going on, sure. Yep.
So I'm sure that shape will not be an issue for Mathis.
You got a minute left.
You can probably overhear Coach Knight.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that technician I told you all about. He'll get these guys to make this move right. And if it doesn't happen right here, I can promise you by Urbandale on Saturday, Nick Mathis will be running chicken wing, far wrist, better than anybody in the state.
It was stalemate. This is a kind of a gut check moment and nice little fresh restart for Jet. He's down 9-0. I mean, one big move changes the match completely. Oh, Mathis is going to go optional start. Well, there's a point for Jet. Now
I think he called the optional start. I think Coach Knight suggested if he was going to let him up, he'd just let him up. But I think this is what he was looking for. I think he wanted to get out front and maybe try Bulldog first. That did not
There
work.
it
Now
goes.
he's still up 8, and Jet's got an opportunity to end this match with a little takedown here, a little momentum.
we were talking about it earlier. As a competitor, it's hard to find moral victories in a loss, but as a coach, spectator, parent, I can assume as a parent, you know what, for Jet, you're down 11-2, you end the match on top with a takedown. There's your little victory. There's something, hey, hey, we can build off of this.
To his credit, Nick Mathis hasn't stopped moving forward.
No.
And he has a nice snap down.
Nick,
oh, nice try.
You know what? You go for it.
Jet Fridley, that's smart. You got, what's it going to hurt to give up 2 more? What if you get the whole bag of cookies right there? Get the nice throw.
You might miss weight next week.
and the fall on the edge of the mat.
3, 2, 1, time.
My text messages from Coach Shane Felder and Coach Swarm have just blown up, Joey. So our mutual friends are watching us at home. I'm sure they'll have some good critiques for us when we make the kids practice next week. So we're going to move up now, obviously, in weight, 1 more, and we're looking at the 4th-ranked senior from Bettendorf, Logan Adamson. Logan is a fine technician, has always been a fine technician. Connor Beck will represent Muscatine. Connor is a junior. We're here at 160. Looks like Connor's got a shoulder brace on.
Nice little
Not a
knee
great
tap,
sign to
run
start,
through.
but, tough kids wrestle through bang-ups and injuries, and I'm sure Connor's no exception.
Nice little head pass by to a leg attack.
An intentional escape here. This is going to allow Logan to continue to do what he does best. He is a good technician on his feet.
So they haven't
Nice.
started any matches on the other mat
Yeah.
yet. Maybe they took my plea. We're trying to get them to stay to 1 mat so everyone at home can see all the matches. So
At least we
we'll
don't have
see.
bad weather between here and Muscatine
Yeah.
tonight. We've certainly had storms we've all traveled in.
Yep.
Nice little roll through tilt.
Still call that the Easton?
I
Tilt.
think so. I think that's what I'd call it, yeah.
Coach Knight likes that, and he loves this step-up tilt.
Yeah.
This is tough to do. Kind of gets you in some trouble,
Oh.
but you keep that far wrist, and you're okay.
All right, they're not listening to me. They're going to
No.
start over there.
All right, so let's keep our eye on this because
Barda
at 170,
Nimley.
you get an awesome treat to see Tim Ninley. He's ranked 5th. He's a senior from Muscatine. He is something. He is short and quick. He was a great tailback. I think he also played on the defense. He is a physical specimen, and when he takes a shot, his tree trunk legs will drive you through. This is it's
Logan.
really fun to watch.
Logan with the fall. Yeah, and then Austin Barda started up at 182. Both athletic guys, both strong.
Yep, Austin, a
Powerful.
football player who's getting his first opportunity really in the varsity wrestling lineup. Emily right to that. Well, Young ended up with a single. He is so strong.
Just drives through it.
He's fun to watch.
So we'll stay over here for just a little bit. We'll kind of go back and forth. So
He's a good kid. We are moving to 182 on the blue mat. You're watching the gray mat. But at 182, we have senior Damian Peterson of Bettendorf and junior Michael Coweasel, I believe is how it's pronounced, Coweasel of Muscatine. And they're both kind of unorthodox in their style, so this could be fun.
So you got 2-1 down on Barda, had an escape. Oh. And Michael's
Here on
long.
the blue mat, we got a 2-point takedown standing for the Bulldog Peterson and a quick escape for Coweasel.
there's no doubt I'm going to miss some things, but let's show you guys this match.
Yeah, you're
So
fine.
here's Damien and Coweasel.
Coweasel's got some length. That's one. You wrestle a long guy like that, and I have no room to call somebody short. But
Oh.
Damien, that was a nice slide by.
That was a nice slide by Damien.
Damien makes one little mistake, head too close to his knee. That's what a long guy can do, and puts you right to your back. But
They're starting to use the intentional
Learned
escape.
that against North Scott. Damien did wrestle Joey Peterson.
yeah, bumped up a weight or two, and
That intentional escape allows the person who's pretty confident on his feet to get right back to action instead of letting time come off the clock. Obviously, you're giving up the escape point, but that can be done at a break in the action.
So 6-2 now on this mat here. in
oh,
favor
looking
of
for back
Peterson.
points.
Nimley's score is still 2-0. Barta kind of slowed him up on his feet.
2-1.
2-1.
Yes, correct. I'm sorry. That escape point.
We'll forgive you. Peters, Davian looking for the fall. He's got 36 seconds. Tim Nimley fast, quick up to his feet. Great job.
Peterson still looking for that fall. Now if he lifts the head.
Looks like
there
a
it
fall.
is.
All right.
Peterson with the fall, 182. We're back to
over here.
Nimley and Barta. Nimley from Muscatine, Barta from Bettendorf. This is 3-1 in the second. Nimley chose down. He got a quick escape. Now look at the
he's
power.
driving through it. That's
5-1
tough.
Nimley.
Keep those feet moving just like on the football field, right?
Yeah, he doesn't stop. He runs through it.
Muscatine will send a junior, Caden Fisher, to the mat at 195, and he's going to wrestle. Well,
Bradley
195. We must have given Mr. Fisher a forfeit. We moved to 220. This is Nathan Beatty, a junior. Nathan Beatty, I believe, from Muscatine, and Bradley Hill.
Is he wrestling 95?
Hill went up to 220, and Bradley had a great tournament last week. Beat the then number 1 ranked kid, I believe, and now he's 3 and Brad's 2. Brad's a junior. Started the year doing some work at 195. Looks like 220 is his weight as he gets a takedown and a fall real quickly. And now you're going to get a treat at heavyweight.
Yeah,
Griffin Little, the senior, committed a couple years ago to play football at Bettendorf.
I think Bradley might have wrestled the wrong person.
Uh-oh,
I think Bradley wrestled the 95-pounder, and
that could be an issue.
your
heavyweight match, by the way, so we talk about this while they figure it out.
So what can they do?
Togesh, Dasha,
forfeit, and then Bradley can wrestle again?
Just,
or how do they,
I think
a senior.
I don't know. This is a new situation. I don't think Bradley will say no to 2 matches.
No, he won't.
Austin Barter's got to find a way to create some offense down on that far mat.
Yep.
But that's something hard. That's hard to do on a guy that's so strong, stout and strong. The Barta's choice
So
going down.
5-1 right now. Tim Nimley's up. They're going to let him wrestle it again?
They're just going to make him raise the 95-pounder, get a forfeit. That's a mistake, in my opinion, at the check-in.
Yeah. They asked the names at the check-in.
So we're figuring out what's going on at 195 and 220. We'll be just fine there. Let me tell you about the heavyweights, though, because they are 2 seniors, 2 great football players, 2 great ranked wrestlers. Toga. I don't know how to say the last name.
I think it's DC. Yeah. Sorry, Toga's told me before, and I screwed it up.
So Toga's ranked 5th. Disa, I'm going to say, he's ranked 5th. Please let me know if I'm making a mistake, Mom and Dad, if you're in the crowd. And Griffin Little, the senior from Bettendorf, he's ranked 1.
Austin Barta does a good job getting to his feet. Tim Nimley just doesn't. I mean, it's very stingy on top. Not necessarily working turns or getting back points, but he's obviously not giving up points.
It does look like we're going to see the 220s wrestle.
There he got to his feet again. Oh. He's got, I think that's probably 5 or 6 times he's gotten to his feet and just either been on the edge, out of bounds, or just gotten returned. He's got good, kind of 50, little good whistle start, but put his head down. Now we got the 220s coming out. Bradley Hill's out again.
Well, it looks like
Nathan
we've got
Beatty.
that figured out. We wrestled the 95-pounder because the head table couldn't figure out that 195 was a forfeit, or maybe made that mistake over there. So now you do have the 220s. Nathan Beatty, a junior, and the number 2 ranked Bulldog, Bradley Hill from Bettendorf. Nimley still at 5-1. Barta's a tough kid. He's been stingy with points.
Got a stall call on Nimley for running him out of bounds, I think. But Nice. That's a great return, but Bradley Hill working, I think, about the same turn he just worked about 5 seconds ago with the fall.
Same result in less than 30 seconds. So Hill gets a couple opportunities, and he'll have one against Davenport North tonight. I better look to make sure. Yes, they do have a kid, Liam Glasgow.
Tim Nimley, that's a 5-1 victory, but that's a workman's like win right there.
Yep.
Good takedowns, good ride, got away. He's just solid. He's solid on the mat, on his feet.
And then we've got, I think we've got a treat in front of us, guys.
Here we are.
Oh, yeah.
Here come those heavyweights I was talking about. Watch how they move at 275 to 285 pounds.
I might be wrong, but I think I know they wrestled a couple times past last year.
Yep.
I think at the duel it was a relatively close, pretty decent match.
I recall one of the, maybe it was at MAC or Districts. It was 8-0 in favor of Griffin. But Toga's been working hard. He's ready. This is going to be a good one.
Looks like on the gray mat we're getting set for the 106-pound wrestlers. At 106 from Muscatine, Gavin McLeod. He's a freshman. And at 106 from Bettendorf, Ethan Cole. He's a sophomore. Ethan replaces Ella Schmidt, who is set to weigh in tomorrow for the Iowa Girls Wrestling State Tournament. She's a returning champion. So Ella here on the bench, taking it easy, making sure she's going to be ready to wrestle this weekend. That's what's best for Ella, and therefore that's what's best for Bettendorf today. Like to see how Cole does with his shot in the lineup.
What did Ethan Cole weigh in at? I know he's been growing. He's
106.6.
All right, so he's a full
he's a six-pounder.
Yeah, that a boy, Ethan.
Griffin Little with a pretty decent shot there, but Toga just stuffed those hips, and I think that he might be close to running around for two if it's in the middle of the mat.
That's what I think I'd have as a game plan if I'm his coach. Make sure that we work hard on those hips, make sure that we're ready.
Ethan Cole, there's no points down there over yet. Gavin might be coming out for two over there on the 6-pound mat.
Not only two, but he's got a half in.
Something happened. Griffin's taking ground here. Toga's looking to underhooks, upper body. So you got to be kind of careful there, pushing too hard. You might have your feet fly over your head. I mean, that's easier said than done, and especially when you got a guy that weighs 265 pounds and as athletic as Griffin Little or Toga.
So as everyone knows, Griffin will be going to the University of Iowa to play football. We mentioned Tim Nimley earlier going to Grandview. His teammate here, Toga, TD, is joining them in Grandview.
Awesome.
They're going to play together there, so that's really
very cool.
Along with another heavyweight in the MAC conference, Cole Miller for DeWitt Central. He's going to be their teammate there as well.
Wow. That's a fast.
That's a quick sit-out from a big guy.
Coach Gallagher, I know you were pretty studly on top. You think you could have held him down there?
Toga.
Oh,
boy.
Wow. This is a high, not a lot of points. Pretty action-packed, good wrestling.
I feel like we're going to see some fireworks in this match.
Well, Rob, it sounds like they've got some big guys going up to Grandview to do some blocking. Maybe for our Bettendorf guy up there, running back Austin Kalar.
I'd run behind these guys.
Heck yeah. Take me anywhere. Very impressed with Toga's attempt there.
He's been close a couple good attempts. Ooh, Griffin Little's patented pop to a little single. Gavin McLeod over there with the nice half.
He's had that half that whole first period, and such a great fight put up by Mr. Cole there. Unfortunately, we've got about 20 seconds left for Cole to survive period one. And he did not get there. Nice fall for Gavin McLeod.
Guys, these are some athletic big boys. This is impressive.
Just remember, I never put the scoreboard back on, so there you go, bottom right-hand corner. 1-0 right now in favor of Griffin Little. 36 seconds to go in this period.
We've been hearing, if you listen to NFL talk
There's-
all about, the Chiefs
Ooh,
who tend to let people hang
goodness
around.
gracious.
Is that a worry here with a guy like Little? Letting Toga just hang around and be right there.
Yeah, I mean, especially a sport like wrestling, all it takes is one slip, one move, changes the match. Griffin Little, I mean, you do that in the middle of the mat, you score. He needs a few more attempts like that. Toga's been more effective when he's almost in a little bit in space, moving his feet. I'm not saying Griffin's trying to slow him down, but Griffin's game is more ties, pops, slide. I mean, a little elbow pass.
Tell me about this. Now, our third period, Toga goes down. What is the one thing he's got to do to avoid that great cradle that Griffin Little can put on you?
Whistle start, whistle start, whistle start. He's got to see
His
right
head's
now. His
down.
head's down. He's got to get that head up. Caution on Little.
I missed that.
I didn't see what it was.
Atypical for Griffin.
Griffin Little's pretty good rider for a big guy.
Toga's got
This
his
is
head
not where you
down.
want to be yet. Well, he just about to say he didn't give his wrist up, but there it goes. Oh, is he gonna run? He's got to pull and sweep there. You sweep him on his hip. Toga's not going over though. He's got to sweep that head on his hip again.
Lost the far
Oh,
wrist.
he lost it. He's got to take his time a little bit more, and when he's got the half, sweep him onto his hip.
Back to that
and then drop
positioning.
his chest. Oh,
The technique was solid, but not awesome. And if the position was a little bit better, you'd see anybody, let alone Toga, who's a tough kid, on his back.
again though, it's
Toga's coach imploring him to step up, get your head up, and get out of there.
there he
Look what
goes,
he does.
right there. But Griffin Little, he's explosive. He's fast, and both guys are fast and explosive. He does that in the middle of the match. He scores. He's got 59 seconds.
Coach Joe Kane, very positive, trying to pump Toga with some energy here.
Positive and high energy. Both these coaching staffs are high energy staffs.
Good for high school kids.
Oh yeah, you know what? I mean, Toga does. He's got it. The easiest time to get away is off the whistle because you're both kind of at a fresh start. Toga needs to take that explosive stand up on the edge of the mat to the center and do it, and probably gets away.
His hips are out, his left knee, now he's up to his left knee. He wasn't really working much with that left knee. His whole body's out, but for the inside where Griffin's right hand has got you. If you can clear that far wrist, you're half out.
Oh, he's gonna get. Oh, there's the half.
And by the same token,
No, good job. I mean, good. He's
Toga
got 15
is fighting.
seconds.
He's got to get an escape here, though. 1-0.
We talked about it a little bit in the front headlock position. Bottom. I think the best example of it is being on bottom. Bottom, there is technique, but it's heart, it's mindset. You got to believe you're going to get away. And I don't want to speak for somebody else, but Toga just kind of, he had one good burst, so close to getting away. He's just got to do that in the center of the mat, do it more often. It's hard work to get away, but if you move constantly and 100%, go, it's harder on top to keep somebody down like that. But hey,
Yeah, you force him to keep switching sides, keep looking for a wrist on the opposite side.
for a 1-0 match, that was exciting.
I know it. We almost saw a couple of big guys get tossed both ways.
Just a little over a week, guys. We may get a rematch. I'd almost bet we will.
Oh, yeah.
At the MAC Conference tournament.
Absolutely.
I'll watch.
in Clinton.
I'll watch that one again and again.
So if so we would love to stream the MAC Conference tournament. We talked to Coach actually right here on a live stream, and he gave us a thumbs up. We're still hoping to hear back from the athletic director. So if by chance anyone knows him, ask him to give me a call.
You don't
We
want
wanna be
me
out there.
asking
We're at-
because
at
Jay
Clinton.
Foster and I
Clinton
tried
High
to do
School.
it last year, and they shut us down until the very. So I will do my best.
Okay.
We will do our best.
We'd like to be out there. So
Deanna Kramer's an awesome person over at Pleasant Valley. We'll talk to Deanna and see what she can do. But it would be awesome to have you there. Obviously, you've proven yourself. You're doing great matches. I think you got somebody over at Assumption North Scott tonight.
Yep.
So
yep.
you know, it's not you're showing the entire conference. This is a great opportunity for people at home to see it. During COVID, it would have been last year as well. One of the worries, of course, they have is that it may reduce the numbers that go to the meet and therefore the gate and maybe some concession. Right now, they're reducing numbers for us. They are keeping us from our sport, and they're doing it in the name of safety, and we're all okay with that. But this is the next best thing, and I think it's a great opportunity for people to continue to see their own child or grandchild or neighbor's kid compete, or just for the old timers to take a look. I wouldn't be surprised if we've got a couple of guys from the 82 and 3 team that are watching tonight out on the West Coast if they knew about it. I don't know.
Craig Cervantes.
Cervantes, are you on? Give us a wave, my friend.
Yeah.
Seymour, are you on? So I'm sure that these are the kind of people that would love to see the streaming event at conference and again at districts, which obviously is not in the control of the MAC conference. We have a conference tournament that is totally in control, and even though districts is totally made up of MAC teams, that'll have to come out of the state.
Yeah. So I know we've talked to every coach, every athletic director. Everyone's super supportive, and they like having us around. So I think we've streamed. I shouldn't probably say this until I figure it out in my head, but we've probably streamed every team except Davenport Central. Yeah.
Wow.
And Pleasant Valley so far this season.
Did you
In a
guys
shortened season like this?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. You're obviously doing
least,
more than one a night. Then.
At least, well, so not always a duel. Like we got lucky with the Midwest shootout.
Yeah.
You know, Davenport
Burlington.
West was there, and yep. But I think on our live streams, every team so far has been represented except Central and PV, and that's just scheduling.
Yep.
We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep getting bigger, but we can't do really more than one a night. You know, most of the time. So. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Please share this stream with your friends, and we'll be back here with you very shortly. We're going to take a
7.5 minutes.
Yes. Take a quick break. Thanks, everybody. All right, we're about to start North versus Bettendorf. Real quick, that video we were showing, obviously you can tell what it is. Go check out Premier Metal Art. Go check them out on Facebook, Etsy, Instagram. If you go to our Facebook page, QC Wrestle Facebook page, we've got a contest going for an Iowa Hawkeye fire pit. You go check out our post on Facebook, like us, like Premier Metal Art, and get entered into a drawing for a fire pit. The drawing ends tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we'll announce the winner of the very, very cool Iowa Hawkeye fire pit from Premier Metal Art.
That thing's cool. I saw it in person at the shootout. Good stuff. All right, we've had captains come out, and we're getting ready to wrestle here. I think we're going to start at 120.
I can go get. I think we're gonna Coach Gallagher, Mayor Gallagher is gonna interview a special guest here real fast. So I'm gonna go grab her.
Joey, thank you very much. We started at 120 pounds. At 120 pounds from Davenport North is a sophomore, Jacob DeWispelier.
Yep.
DeWispelier. And for Bettendorf, Chase Luna, he's a sophomore, but he's ranked 10th now. Luna in early on a shot. Quick takedown for Luna. He's also a multi-sport athlete. Speaking of athletes, we have a special guest who's joined us. Ella Schmidt is here. Ella, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
So you've been hard at this sport for quite a while. You are the returning Iowa girls state champion at 106 pounds, and you get to defend that crown starting with weigh-ins tomorrow.
Yes, I'm excited.
So how's the weight? You ready to go?
Yep.
Okay.
It's down. Pretty pumped to weigh in, get some fluids in me, and compete. Yeah, I'm just excited.
Well, we're excited for you. It has been a real honor and privilege to watch you wrestle this year. A 10-1 record against the boys. The only time you stub your toes against the number 1 ranked kid at your weight class. Tell me what it's like to go 10-0 and set up that kind of a match in the finals of the Freeman Castro shootout.
Honestly, it was not stressful at all for me. You know, you just go out there and give it your all, and that's kind of what the coaches told me too, you know. Obviously, it's not fun to lose, but, I mean, if you give it your all, you know at the end of the match that there's nothing more you could have done to get a better result, I guess you could say.
I think that's a healthy way to look at it,
Yeah.
and I'm really proud of you for doing that. I think if you can, and I see that you do leave it on the mat. I see your attitude in the way that you go about your business on the mat. I see the confidence in your wrestling. That's very exciting, and we're really proud of you. So you got to keep that up over the weekend, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
You just make sure you do the best you can, and I'm sure you're going to come back with the big hardware.
Sounds good.
So what's it like to be in Coach Knight's wrestling room?
It's a privilege, I guess you could say. It's not very easy to get into it, but then once you're in there, I think you just got to keep working hard, and you can't slack off at any point because he will be on your butt about it. It just makes you an overall better wrestler too, and it's also Coach Rosino, not just Coach Knight. I would say that is running the room, I guess.
Well, you're blessed with an awesome coaching staff,
Yes.
and to bring up Coach Trezino and Coach Knight, excellent college wrestlers in
Yeah.
their own right, both hugely successful. One of them is a wonderful technician. The other one will run you through a brick wall, won't he?
Yes.
Both of them behind you all the way.
Yes.
So
Yep.
we've seen girls wrestling explode across the state.
Mm-hmm.
In our own conference, we're taking almost 30 girls to the state meet beginning tomorrow and wrestling on Saturday and Sunday. 14 from North Scott.
Yeah.
But the Bettendorf following, because of your efforts, is strong as well. You've got 3 other girls in the same weight class.
Yeah, I do.
One of them's ranked.
Yes.
Talk to me about the competition in the room with the girls.
I mean, I don't wrestle with them very much because of the room separation between varsity and JV, but I'm usually in there getting a good sweat workout in when they're wrestling. And the competitiveness, I think, in all of them is definitely through the roofs. I think one of them, Izzy Johnson, she looks amazing. I mean, every time I see her practicing, she's giving it her all to people that have been wrestling way longer than her, and I just think it's so cool to see someone with that much passion for the sport that just started.
So 5 total girls from Bettendorf
Yes.
wrestling this weekend. Does it feel good that you've kind of started this movement with some of the success that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun to see girls finally start coming out after promoting it for so long. Yeah, just it's fun to have other girls that are just like me to hang out with all the time at meets and stuff.
Good. Well, you're just one of the kids on the team now. It doesn't matter, girls or boys, and you're beating the heck out of almost everybody you wrestle. So
Yeah.
talk to me about that dynamic. Has that changed during your time at the high school?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't think it's any different than when I first came in the room, other than just having girls on the team with me. I don't really change my attitude towards it. I don't treat any of them differently than I would. So,
And how do they treat you?
like a teammate, I think.
When it's their opportunity, they try to take it to you as well.
Yeah.
All learning together.
Yep.
Well, we really appreciate your time here today. Thanks so much for hopping
Yeah,
on.
no problem.
Best of luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll get to hear about it from Mom and Dad, both friends of mine. They are extremely proud of you. Brings tears to my eyes. So here's to you, kid.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck, Ella. We'll be
Thank
there
you.
watching you. So
Sounds good.
awesome.
All right, Rockstar. Thanks again.
Yep.
We're at 132 pounds on the mat. We're watching Elazar Valerio, a senior from Davenport North. He's wrestling Jordan Roberts, a sophomore from Bettendorf. Getting to take a look at these guys. It's 2-0 now, 2-0. The Davenport North wrestler, Valerio. Kind of looks like he's using the same kind of turn that the Bulldogs have been using today.
That's tight.
Chicken wing, far side half, and he ran it over with great positioning and got the fall. Welcome back, Coach Trezino. Thanks so much for letting me chat with our stud 106-pounder, Ella Schmidt, as she prepares for the Iowa Girls State Wrestling Championships. Great kid.
Tough kid. Very
Isn't that
tough.
fun? Whether it's a male or a female, to have tough, good kids on your team and around the other wrestlers. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Pelzer gets a forfeit at 138. One of the things that Davenport North is struggling with is filling out a full lineup. I will tell you, Jake Maroka has done some great things for this school in his own career, but now he's back to help coach. Been here a few years. Head coach Jake Connor. They're busy trying to encourage kids to come out. They have some fun. I just saw him having a little fun with a couple of the wrestlers in between matches here. That's the kind of thing, I think, Joey, that starts to bring kids into the room.
Yep.
Maroka, Connor, Karstens, they know how to put on a practice and teach kids to wrestle, but this is a hard sport. How do you get kids who aren't necessarily bred as wrestlers out for the sport?
You would say you could think it starts when they're young, but I mean, you look at high school lineups. It's a lot of juniors and seniors first year time coming out. I think one of the nice thing about wrestling is, like we're football, if you're not in the starting lineup or second string, you're not going to play much. And for wrestling, JV wrestles every weekend. They have matches on dual nights. So that's one thing that they got going for them.
Yeah, you get an opportunity no matter what. Doesn't matter the size of the kid.
I think a lot of coaches, too, are now using.
Matheson quick at
that was
152
nice.
pounds on Zane Beebe, both seniors.
Zane Beebe had a great overtime win in the first
Yes, he did, and he got out quick. 2-1. Mathis gets back on that snap. He's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, if he keeps his pace high and wrestling high.
You know, if I watch
volume of
Beebe,
shots.
if I were Beebe and I watched him, I'd stay out of that tie.
Yep.
I'd shoot from space. Oh, he's got, you know what? He probably did watch him because he's got a nice throw-by attempt there.
Yeah, I think either wrestling space or controlling wrists, 2-on-1s, underhooks, something to get Mathis out of his pace, slow him up a little bit.
Well, there's a guy on that bench that knows a shuck or a throw-by. It's Jake Maroka. He did a lot of wrestling at the head, and he would throw you right by. He could toss you. He was awfully tough. Multiple-time state place winner for Davenport North.
One thing, going back to Davenport North, and they're starting, we talked about a little bit the first meet, their numbers are rising, their success is getting better, and yet the coaching staff is doing a great job, but also something, being a youth club coach as well, you see they have a lot of guys from this area that were stud high school wrestlers. Some of them wrestle in college. They got them starting in their youth program.
Excellent.
And now you see Davenport North kids running all over the place at little kids tournaments, and that's another way to get kids into your high school room. You get a good program for kids club it's a feeder program. You get that. The coaches are doing the right things, teaching them the right stuff, having fun.
They get better quick, don't they?
Yeah, they're going to want to keep doing it throughout their elementary, middle school, high school career. And
well, we've seen how that worked. Six or seven kids in a van with me, Wagner, and Paul Glenn.
Yep.
All 6 of them Division I wrestlers.
Yeah.
You went through the same thing. At North, they've had a longtime principal, Jay Chelf, and one of the first things Jay did was start to put their extracurricular activities back on the map. He really believed that to have a rich high school experience, you need to be successful places. You need to find things to feel good about, whether it be a great football team or a great wrestling team. Girls basketball started it here. Then they went to football. Look at how they've played in football for the last 5 or 6 years. Now, they had great coaches who have come and gone and now are back. In fact, the Davenport West coach is the one who turned this program around. But that's a good thing in a principal to have. Somebody who cares about extracurricular activities across the board.
Ooh, locked hands and an escape. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, I think you're right. The locked hands is important. We're watching a wrestling match, but we're talking about growing the sport, and I think they're doing a great job here at Davenport North growing all their sports and extracurricular stuff, and I think Jay Chelf has a heck of a lot to do with it. I think schools need principals who encourage participation outside of the classroom.
Absolutely. I think a perfect example for Davenport North, this is more of a personal one. My fiance's cousin, his name was Jack West. He was a Davenport North stud football player, great baseball player. I think he started wrestling his sophomore year. And you know what? He knew he was going to play football in college. Guess what? He wrestled his junior. He wrestled his senior year. He didn't cut weight. He was going to be a football player. He didn't cut weight. He had success. I don't know about his sophomore, junior year, but I know his senior year, heck of a record. Qualified for the state meet. Had one of the toughest little quadrants in the state tournament in the past couple of years. But you know what? He talks about it. One of the coolest things he did was go to the state tournament and go run out, warm up, and wrestle at the
it's really
Wells
cool.
Fargo. So
nothing better.
And that shows what a good job the North coaching staff is doing to get one of your star football players. It's hard to get those guys out because they want to be a football player. Hey, come out wrestling. Come out wrestle.
So much better to be a wrestler when you're playing
hard.
football, right?
Wrestling's
that positioning we talked about?
Yeah, even those guys, even the best guys, you don't always, you have fun.
Mathis is now putting on a takedown clinic.
16-6.
Lots of snaps. He started with that single leg,
nice snap.
Inside high crouch right hand. Now he continues to snap. Now he just really has out-physicaled his opponent, and he's up 18-6 now. 18-6, 15 seconds left in the second.
One thing about Nick Mathis, and again, we know more of the Bettendorf guys a little bit better. He was a wrestler. He's a decent wrestler. One thing, and this is any little kids that are out there, I'm not saying you got to wrestle every single day of the year, every day of the summer, but Nick Mathis, and maybe a little plug for my brother who coaches down at Summit Training Center for Agogi Wrestling Club, but there's other clubs around town, Young Guns. You can go to Cedar Rapids, Iowa City area. There's plenty of clubs. You want to have success at a higher level. You want to improve. You got to put some time in the off season, and Nick Mathis is a perfect example of that. He's a football player. He played football, but he found time to be in the room. Griffith Little is a Division I football player. He found time to get in the wrestling room over the summer.
And he's wrestling as a senior instead of taking it off, and that's what the coaches at Iowa want him doing. That's
There's
exactly
a little Blair ride that's going to work this time. He's not going to get stopped.
You can hear over our shoulder the guy who's teaching that Blair ride to Mr. Mathis, Logan Adamson, his practice partner, helping him out to get the fall in the third period. It looked early on that this was going to be a pretty even match. Giving up. He gets his forfeit. We're going to move to 170 for Barta. He's going to get a forfeit, it looks like.
Another plug for Premier Metal Art. Check them out. Get on Facebook. Follow them. Follow us. Get entered into a drawing for a really, really cool fire pit. Get on QCA Wrestle Facebook. Check it out. Premier Metal Art.
182, Damian, a senior.
And Giovanni.
And our friend Giovanni Rivera, a junior.
Real quick, before we get too far away from it, I wanted to say something here. You mentioned Jack West. Over the summer, I saw something on Twitter where he completed the burpee mile.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that existed, but that has to be one of the harder things to do physically. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he got challenged by one of his old wrestling coaches who you coached at North. Great football player, great wrestler, really good baseball player, Tommy Argo.
Oh, yeah.
Recently moved up to Minnesota, unfortunately. He challenged him to it, and he said that was one of the hardest things he's ever done in his life. Said he was hurting the next couple days. Ooh.
Sounds like Tim Hernandez needs to get started on the burpee mile. We'll pick you up on the way home, Tim.
Damian Peterson being aggressive, maybe a little too aggressive, and you know what? He's going to outclass Giovanni in wrestling skills, but Giovanni's athletic, and that's something that, you know what, you got to stay simple, you got to stay basic and solid, because an athletic guy is going to, anybody can catch you, but an athletic guy, he's going to might do something a little unorthodox, especially a newer wrestler. Probably pretty darn strong, too. Damian Peterson, one of those kids that if there's something wrestling, you're not going to just see him there. You're going to see his whole family there.
Yep. And he's unorthodox on the mat, I'll tell you.
Oh, he's not afraid to,
there it goes. A lateral drop.
You know what?
Speaking of unorthodox, he did it by himself. There was not a lot of pushing in by Giovanni.
Well, I was going to say his freshman, sophomore year, he rushed a lot of things. That's something where he would throw himself to his back a lot, but I think he's become a smarter wrestler. I can't believe they haven't given back points there yet. It's a new hold.
So speaking of his family, being at almost every event, his sister will be wrestling in Coralville this weekend as well.
Alexis Peterson.
Yep. Good luck to Alexis.
120-pounder.
Still the toughest Peterson of them all is little Tori. She'd whip everybody's butts, but.
So, we put out our sort of local preview for the girls' state tournament today.
I saw that. Thank you for doing that.
A whole lot of girls. It's really going to be exciting
amazing.
to see. Yeah.
I looked at it, and North Scott has a bunch of
14
girls. That's amazing. That's awesome. I was talking to Coach Kelly at the Bettendorf North Scott duel, and he said it's a struggle to find practice space for the boys' team and the girls' team because they have so many numbers out, which is awesome.
Yep.
And one
great problem to have.
Oh, yeah. Davenport North, they've always had a few girls. One of the best girls probably to come out of Iowa, if not ever, was Tatum Parks. She was a stud. Her sister, Sydney, still wrestles for Assumption this year. And I think she's looking for her third state title.
Yeah, Sydney. So Sydney's the only one at this point who a returning champ who's on pace potentially to get 4.
Wow.
Yeah. So pretty impressive. There's another girl who's going for her third, but the tournament's only 3 years old. So
wow. Damien with the fall. I know Sydney, I think she suffered a loss this year. And
she did. She had a
weight.
Those brackets are out. Take a look at the brackets and get to QCAWrestle.com where you can see Rob Hill's breakdown of who all is going to be there. 32 female wrestlers from 10 different schools in our area, with North Scott leading the way with 14 as we talk to Ella Schmidt. Bettendorf's got 5. They start with the weigh-in and concussion test tomorrow, and
awesome.
Then they'll go into Saturday wrestling.
Bumping.
We get a little lucky here.
Yeah, awesome. Kate
Get a match.
Cheedy, a 95-pounder, bumping up to wrestle Bradley Hill at 220. good for good for Cade Sheedy getting mat time.
Absolutely. Bradley weighed in. I did look at 205, so not a massive, but definitely a size difference.
Yep. Cade Sheedy weighed in at 195.4.
Okay,
So
yeah, 10 pounds. That's nothing to shake a stick at.
And for Cade Sheedy, who's a heck of a football player, a junior, this is wrestling a great competitor, a great wrestler like Bradley
shows some gumption.
It's going to make him better.
Yeah, I'm excited
Quick
that
takedown
they did
for
this.
Hill.
Good for Cade to get in here and look for a quality match. And I'm glad to see Bradley gets a quality match as well.
Yes.
Good for both kids.
So just because these 3 schools are here, let me run down the girls who are wrestling this weekend. From Bettendorf, Lauren Regala, sophomore. At 106, Isabella Johnson. Junior at 106, Ella Schmidt, our returning state champ. Junior at 106, Alexis Peterson, freshman at 120. And Tanya Turpin, junior at 126. For Davenport North, Ava Vinger, 106-pound freshman. And for Muscatine, they have 3, a senior, Malia Cook at 160, a senior, Virginia Cacho at 170, and a junior, Bailey Hawkins at heavyweight. So good stuff from our schools that are represented here tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see the numbers are growing. It'd be nice if the Bradley Hill with the nice little Blair ride himself.
Blair ride. Oh boy,
with the fall.
That is a strong kid. That took some gumption to come up.
Yep, good for Cade Sheedy.
Yep.
Bumping up and getting
tough kid.
mat time.
Tough kid.
Awesome.
Way to go, Cade.
I think that'll be the last match of the night.
And then again, thank you to our other sponsors. Main sponsor, Premier Metal Art. And then we haven't had a lot. Yeah, we got another match.
We got a few because remember we started at 6. I don't know how many they'll have, but we.
I don't know if they're gonna. If Jeffrey West for North at 106 will get a forfeit, and then Mark
because we had a little injury, didn't we?
Yeah.
It looked like Ethan Cole injured his hand,
and then North also has Ava Vinger, as Coach Gallagher announced, but she's getting ready for girls' state this weekend. So
I think that might be it in terms of matches. I want to throw out there really quick. We mentioned Kohler Ruggles earlier, a senior at Bettendorf, had an unfortunate injury to end his season. We have a couple more really good wrestlers in the area that unfortunately have had similar situations. Kane Schmidt for Bettendorf.
Oh, yeah.
Returning 4th place state place winner last year, ended up having knee surgery, so he's out. Nathan Canfield for Davenport Central got 8th last year. He hasn't been able to wrestle this year. He had I don't know the details, but I know he had a big old brace on his leg, and so I'm guessing knee there. Assumption's Noah Gonzalez just found out last night, I heard. He's going to end up having to have a surgery on, I think, his arm, and so his season is over as well. These are all seniors who, unfortunately, their seasons are over. So just want to throw out there, we feel bad. That's sad to see, but you guys all, any one of you that I named, and probably a lot more that I can't think of, great careers, good job. You got a whole lot out of wrestling, and stick with it. Whatever you do, you're going to be successful. I'm positive about that. So
yeah, wrestling teaches a lot. Unfortunately, that happened to me Wednesday before districts when my spleen was enlarged due to mono, and then I was out. So that is not an easy time, gentlemen. It really is a low point in your life, but you're going to come back, and hey, you can join us right here on QCA Wrestle and talk about the sport when you get old and fat like me.
I think any of those guys you named have, if they want, have a future in wrestling.
Absolutely.
And move on to the college level. But if not, it was fun watching those guys compete the past 4 years. Fortunately for me, I've moved back, I think probably their freshman year, so I got to see those guys from freshman to senior year. Unfortunately, not senior year, but freshman to junior year, and coaching and just being a spectator. You know what? You have a team that you root for, you cheer for. But then after they wrestle and you go to tournaments, you go to state, you know what? In this area, you want the MAC to do well. And I think the past probably 10 years, 15 years, the MAC's been pretty darn tough at the state level, state tournament, and we've had a lot of success. And that's due to wrestling each other. And I think we're starting to get back to that point where, you know what, off season, we're starting to train, we're starting to cross and train together. And that you know what, sometimes you say you don't want to train with your enemy, but you know what, your enemy's that's going to make you better. And I think that's something
That's absolutely true.
Make this whole area
Keep
better.
working, keep training.
Yep. I'm a big fan. I love the quote, "A rising tide raises all ships," right?
Yep.
You keep getting better, everyone gets better. Get down to Young Guns, get down to Agogi. There are really good opportunities here locally. Joey mentioned Big Game isn't too far away. DC Elite's not that far. There's all kinds of options.
Absolutely true. And all those programs are run by really good people who care about your kids. They're going to teach them good technique. They're going to make them tougher. And they're going to talk about positioning that's kind of I'm trying to make come through these discussions tonight, because so much of what we see is kids getting out of position, knowing the move, trying to effectuate a move, and getting out of position. So they're going to help you. These are really good programs run by really good people that we trust, or we wouldn't send you there.
Yep.
All right, my ride's about to go. I want to
Coach
say
Trezino's getting the chop from Coach Trezino.
Thanks for having me back, Rob. And
hey, this was fun. I appreciate being able to hop on with you. Great to see you, brother.
Again, I think I said this the past 2 times I've done this. This is a free service that you get to watch wrestling. This was what time did we start? Almost a 3-hour straight through with wrestling, live wrestling, and it's free. Support QCA Wrestle. Share it, like it, tell your friends. Even if they don't like wrestling, let them know.
Support our sponsors, GT Sports,
Tangled Wood,
Premier Personalized Gifts, the Metal.
Premier Metal Art.
They did an awesome job on that stuff that you had over at the Freeman Castle.
So cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
A couple others. Tangled Wood is a sponsor. A couple that we haven't mentioned much on the stream, but Tim Hernandez, big sponsor. Check him out for any realty needs. Quint City Restoration for a lot of roofing and siding and really all kinds of exterior homework you might need. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob. You're doing an awesome job. We appreciate
being
here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys
Keep
for
supporting
joining.
the world's oldest and greatest sport.
Let us know
the
when
sport
we come
of
back.
amateur wrestling.
Absolutely. You'll be back. I appreciate it, boys.